Welcome to the session. This is Swati Kaushik, PGT English, KV Punjab Lines, Meerut. And today we are going to learn about letter to the editor. But before beginning this, I would like to tell you that you already know why are letters written. Letters are written in order to communicate, in order to express your ideas and opinions, and you all are well aware that there are two kinds of letters. One is formal letter and the another one is informal letter. Now, what are formal letters? Formal letters are the letters that are written to editors, principals, officers, companies, clients, vendors, neighbors, or strangers. Basically, formal letters are written to the people who are not well acquainted to you, or you do not have friendly terms with them. They are completely different from informal letters in tone and style. Informal letters have personal and friendly tone. You can have a conversational style in them. Formal letters use polite and a formal tone. You can never ever use informal sort of language in your formal letter. Why do we write formal letters? We write formal letters to make inquiries. You can actually inquire about a course which you want to pursue. You can also send replies, place or supply orders, thank others, complain against somebody or something, send or ask for payments or information. You can do n number of things. So letters that are from officials or to officials, business letters and letters to editors, and the letters that we write to the head of the institutions like the principal, these all are examples of formal letters. Now, in class 12th, we have 5 types of formal letters. They are letter to the editor, letters for making an inquiry, letters for placing, replacing or cancelling an order, letters for making a complaint, and application for a job. But today we will be dealing with letters to the editors. What is a letter to the editor? A letter to the editor is a letter in which the reader expresses his or her opinion about a recent publication or about an issue of concern. It's a persuasive text with the aim to express views to a wider public. It's a written way of talking to readers of a regularly printed publication, for example, newspaper, magazine, periodical, etc. These are often responses to articles from the particular publication or to the editor. Why write a letter to the editor? These letters are written if you are upset or angry about something and want others to know regarding an issue which is so important that you must speak about, or to persuade others to take a specific action. When you want the people in power to know about something, then you seek help of the letter to the editor, or to suggest an idea to others, or to influence public opinion, to influence the policy makers, leaders, or the people in charge. Now let's discuss the format. It follows the same format of the formal letter or the official letter. First comes the sender's address, then comes the date, then comes the receiver's address, then comes the subject, then the salutation, then the body of the letter, and then we give it a complimentary closing, and we end it with sender's name and signature and designation if it's given. Now let's discuss the format in detail. The very first thing is sender's address. Why this is important? This informs the reader from where the letter was written. This is the writer's full postal address. The reader may use this address to send a reply also. Then comes the date. The date may be written in any of the following ways. It could be, for example, 21 April 2020 or 21st April 2020, or you can even place the month before the date, April 21, 2020. So you can either use British format or the American format for writing the date. Then comes the receiver's address. In this particular situation, the editor of the newspaper is the receiver. So we'll address this letter to the editor. Then we'll mention the name of the newspaper and then the name of the city. Then comes the subject, which is very important. It is a concise statement of the topic of the letter to draw the reader's attention to the main subject. The main purpose of the letter forms the subject. It must be written in 4 to 6 words only. You are not supposed to give a complete sentence or 2 to 3 lines for mentioning the subject. Make sure that it is very concise. It's very precise and to the point. It must convey the matter for which the letter is written. Then comes a salutation or greeting. It is a customary address with which the sender opens the letter. You can either use sir or madam. Don't use sir and madam both at the same point of time. Either use sir or use madam. Now there's no need to use respected before the word sir or madam, because these two words, sir and madam, they show respect in themselves. Then the body of the letter. This forms the very soul of a letter. It usually makes use of 3 paragraphs. The matter of the letter is written here. It is divided into 3 paragraphs. In paragraph 1, the writer is supposed to introduce himself or herself and write the purpose of writing this letter. In paragraph 2, the writer is supposed to give the detail of the matter, the reason, the consequences. The entire description of the problem is given in paragraph 2. Then comes paragraph 3. It is conclude by mentioning what you expect. This is the concluding paragraph in which the writer is supposed to mention what he or she expects from the authorities. Then comes the complimentary close and signature. It is a polite way of ending the letter. The expression used must match the salutation. Yours sincerely, yours faithfully are usually used. Yours is used without the apostrophe, and S of sincerely and F of faithfully is written in small letter. Then comes the signature, and then the writer mentions his designation if it's given. Now let's take up one example of letter to the editor. This is the question. You have noticed many stray animals on the roads during the busy hours of the day. Write a letter to the editor, the Hindu, drawing attention to the Municipal Commissioner, Chennai. You are Shanta or Suresh, living at 12 MG Road, Chennai. Now the very first thing is the sender's address. Since it has been given in the question, we'll be using this address only. Otherwise, the students are supposed to write down examination hall. If the address is not given in the question, you may use the word examination hall. Then comes the date. I've used the British font, 30 March 20. You're supposed to mention the year. Then after leaving one line, receiver's address, the editor, The Hindu, RSS Road, Chennai. Then again you're supposed to leave one line and then mention the subject. Be very precise. So the subject is problem of stray animals. Then again you're supposed to leave one line. And then comes the salutation, which is Sir. And then comes the introductory paragraph. Through the columns of your esteemed daily, I want to draw the attention of your readers to the stray animals roaming around freely on the roads of Chennai. They are a nuisance and cause traffic jams, havoc, and often accidents all over the city. So this is the very first paragraph, the introductory paragraph, in which you are supposed to mention the problem in brief. Now in paragraph 2, you are supposed to describe the entire problem. It is a matter of great concern that besides causing traffic blocks, these animals are also a health hazard. There are huge heaps of dung lying around in almost every corner of the city that attract insects and mosquitoes. This has led to an outbreak of cholera, malaria, dengue, etc. Pedestrians cannot walk safely. Several complaints to the Municipal Commission of Chennai have been made, but so far no action has been taken. So you're supposed to mention the nature of the problem, its entire description, the consequences, the reasons. And then comes the last paragraph, the concluding paragraph. It is hoped that the concerned authorities will take and send their officials to catch these stray animals and get them off the roads. This is what you expect from the authorities. You can give a few suggestions also if you have any. Then comes the subscription, the complimentary clause. Yours sincerely, yours without the apostrophe, and S of sincerely in small letter. And then please mention the name of the writer. In this question, the name of the writer is Shanta or Suresh. Again, if the name of the writer is not given in the question, you can mention ABC. Now, here are a few suggestions for opening the letter. See, there are many ways in which you can discuss the problem. The very first way out is you can start your letter. I am writing to you in order to highlight, and then you can mention the problem. Through the columns of your esteemed newspaper, I would like to express my concern on, and then you can mention the problem. The third way out could be, I am writing this letter in order to draw the attention of the authorities over, and then you can mention the problem. Now, here are a few suggestions for the second paragraph for continuing the letter. You can start the second paragraph by writing the residents face many problems due to, and then you can mention the problem. Various complaints have been filed against. You can mention the problem here also. The main reason behind this is, or the most annoying or important thing is. Now you can use all these sentences to make your answer even better. You can collaborate all these sentences, all these statements to make your answer a better one. Now, a few suggestions for closing the letter. I hope that adequate measures will be taken by the authorities. Or, I hope this issue will be brought into light. Or, I expect my letter to find a suitable space in your newspaper. Now, students of class 9th, 10th, 11th and 12th are supposed to deal with this question. And now this question has actually been introduced in class 8th also. But in class 12th, this question carries 6 marks. And the word limit is 120 to 150 words. The format carries 1 mark. The content carries 3 marks. The expression carries 2 marks. And these 2 marks have further division of grammatical accuracy, 1 mark, and relevance and coherence of ideas, 1 mark. So, you are awarded marks out of 6, but no marks are awarded only for the format. Format without the content is not awarded any mark. Now this is a small assignment for you. You are Aman Aditi studying in Bharat Public School, Lucknow. The road leading to your school is very congested and full of potholes. Students and parents are often caught in a traffic jam. In spite of several representations, the government has not done anything to improve the condition of the road. Write a letter to the editor of the Times of India, drawing the attention of the government to this problem. So that's all from my side. I hope you like this session. Thank you very much.